Good day, everyone. I've come once again today to teach you. Um, the subject we want to discuss today is physics, and the topic is what? Work. When you hear work, what does it mean? Sometimes some people will say, I'm doing a work. Sometimes people will talk this or talk that. But the kind of work that we are considering is what? Mechanical work. So follow me. Let me show you how work can be done and what work is all about. All right. So we have the topic work. When you hear work, what does it mean? Work, by definition, work simply means what? The product of force applied and its displacement. All right, so we have the work. So we have mathematically the work is equals to we have force times what? Displacement. Can you see it? Displacement. All right, that's what they're talking about. All right, so the unit of force is what? Newton. Why the unit of displacement is what? Meters. So unit of work is a Newton meter, which means what? Joule. Can you see? So the unit of work is what? Joule. Is it clear? The unit of work is what? Joule. Then now, when is work said to be done? From definition, they said product of applied force and its displacement, meaning that force must be what? Applied, and there must be what? Displacement. When you apply force and there is no displacement, that means that you are not doing a work. What are we talking about? If you go now and start pushing a stagnant vehicle, you are applying force. That means that you have this. But if that vehicle fails to move, that's at the end of the day, you fail to make that vehicle to move from where it stands. That means that this displacement will be what? This displacement like this displacement will be equals to zero, and zero times force will give you what? Zero. That means that the work that you have done is what? Zero. So when you apply force and you fail to achieve displacement, it simply means that you have done what? Zero work. So if you go and push a wall, unless you succeed in pushing down that wall, that means that you have not done a what? A work. If you do anything, you apply force, if you like, apply 1000 newtons, as long as there's no displacement, you have not done what? Any work. All right, so from what I have just said now, you will know what is work and what is not work. So what is work? That means that if you are sleeping, you are not doing any work because you are not achieving what? Any displacement. All right, so that means that if you are writing, you are doing work. Why? Because you are applying force and you are achieving what? Displacement. Just watch my hand. Can you see that it's moving? So we achieve displacement. So writing, you are doing work. All right, so what if you are eating like this? You are applying force and you are what? Achieving displacement. So you are doing what? Work. Can you see that? All right, so if I'm using hand fan like this, I'm applying force and I'm achieving what? Displacement. That means I'm doing work. Okay, what if I carry a baby like this and stand? No matter the weight of that baby, I am not doing what? Any work. Why? The weight of that baby is what? Is force, but I'm not moving. That means I'm not achieving any displacement. So the displacement should be zero. So when you say force times displacement, meaning the weight of that baby times displacement, which is zero, it will make the work to become what? Zero. So if you carry a heavy load and stand, you are not moving. That means that you are not achieving what? Any work. If you like, carry 25 liters filled with what? Water on your head, and you are not moving. You are stagnant. You are standing. If you like, stand for 200 hours. You are not doing any work because unless on although that you have applied force, but there is no displacement to multiply it in order to get what? Work. That means that the work that you have done is what? Zero. You have just wasted your time. So if you carry a heavy load and stand like this, or even sit, or in any position, as long as there is no displacement being achieved, at the end of the day, you have not done what? Any work. So it does not matter the magnitude. That thing may be very heavy, that thing may be very light, but as long as you are not moving, the displacement is not achieved. That means that the work that you have done is what? Zero. Because force times zero, which is displacement, will give you what? Zero. That means work is what? Zero. So for you to achieve any work, there must be applied force and there must be what? Displacement. So sometimes in an examination, they may ask you the work that a man that carries heavy load and stands for maybe 24 hours or 10 hours or thereabouts, that you should calculate the work that the man has done. As long as the man stands without moving, no matter the magnitude of the load that the man carries, it does not matter. The work will be what? Zero. If you like apply 1000 newtons of what? Force. At the end of the day, you fail to achieve any displacement. That means that the work that you have achieved is what? Zero. You have not done any work. So note it, that for you to do work, there must be applied force and there must be what? Displacement. All right. And the unit of work is what? Newton meters. And generally we call it what? Joules. So if you're asked what is the unit of work, the unit of work is what? Joule. And for you to calculate it, it should be what? Force times displacement. Follow me. Let me solve an example to show you how to apply this formula for you to know how to calculate for your work. Let's go.